Hello Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm doing a bit of a thing. I'm just looking at whether the Masters Universe Origins figures are actually worth getting or not. I've bought about 50 now. I started collecting them just a year ago. I kind of put it off for a while, much like I did with the Super 7 line. I never went into the classics, but I decided to go into these ones because they basically are the same scale and they fit in with the others, and I felt like I could add to my collection. So one of the first ones I was chasing was Ninjor, because my original was incomplete. I got him in like a bag at an op shop for like $10, and he doesn't have any accessories. And I'm going to complete him at some point, but I haven't done it. Whereas the new one, he has the sculpt of the hood instead of having a material hood or a removable hood. So it's almost like another character. And I have obviously looked at getting a reproduction hood or buying one of the original hoods for him, and I just haven't done it yet. But this one, like I said, you get the new sculpt, and almost it's like a new character, because you've got, well, it's a new figure anyway, because you've got the sculpted head and you've got the chest piece, which is like the shirt or whatever you want to call it, that the original wore. And the other thing I thought was cool was that he had enough accessories, they couldn't hold them all. So although they've given you the ability to put the whatever that is, the bow on his back, you know, you can't really hold everything. So that way I could give the sword, which isn't the original, to my very sad, very naked original Ninjor. So I was like getting an accessory. So it's almost like, you know, not completing him, but getting an extra piece for him to bite him over, because, you know, at some point I'm going to have to, you know, find the perfect hood for him. But for that one, I definitely thought it was worth it, because it's almost like getting another figure. It's certainly a different version. Now, the next one I was sort of shopping for at the time was Scareglow. Now, the original Scareglow is probably the most expensive and hardest to find, or at least in my experience. And the original, I should put them in the opposite order, on the other side. The original, the main issue, of course, is the cape. Now, mine's a reproduction cape, which I kind of like, although originally it was a mess, and I actually cut it myself and changed it. So it kind of looks like one of the comic versions that I liked, but I know it's not exactly like the original. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get the Origins one was because it had the plastic sculpted cape. So it had a different look, and you didn't have the issues of the material cape. And it just sort of made it feel like a different figure, like you just got more. And the other issue was the weapons, of course, because he came with the green one. The original came with two different colours, the green one or the glow-in-the-dark one. And I sort of thought, well, you can get the glow-in-the-dark ones separately. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a glow-in-the-dark one for my original one. It won't be the original piece, but just like the cape's not original, but it will complete him. And the other one will have the green one. And that way, between them, I've got two different versions of him, because the cape's different, the weapon's different. And I just thought that worked. I thought that was worth it. That gave it enough, you know, value to actually get it. So that's my opinion on Scareglow and Ninjor, the Masters of Universe Origins figures. Are they worth getting? I thought they both were. That's why I have them. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Didn't have any issues with either of the figures. Not at all. It would have been interesting, though, had they done a sculpted head for Ninjor as well, without the hood. So you could display him with or without the hood, even though I wouldn't want a separate hood that goes on, because, for example, Space Sumo just looks like he's wearing a bag on his head. And I'm not going to keep that on the figure. But they probably should have just made a separate head with a really well sculpted hood over it, instead of the piece that comes off. And same with Ninjor. But I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye. And, of course, do they glow? Oh yes, they both glow. I hadn't really tested that, but yep, that's pretty good.